Hello everyone, Paul Venice here. I just want to make this video on just on explaining about how addiction and my obsessive behaviours affect me every day. But it's not about the drug taking today for me. I've been off drugs for a while now, not took drugs for a while, but the obsessive behaviour affects me in most aspects of my life. Anything that changes the way I feel, makes me feel good or anything like that, then I'll kick the ass out of it. I've got a little addiction going on now with trainers, buying trainers and collecting trainers. When you got one pair of feet, for some fucking reason I can't stop buying them. And something as small as that, buying trainers, you think it doesn't affect you, but it does, because I'm not a millionaire, you know, and I keep buying them and buying them and buying them. Don't get me wrong, not to the point where it doesn't. It's not taking me to the place where I was, where drugs took me, but it's still a fucking problem. It's still an issue, to the point where I'm arguing with my missus. She's saying, well, why are you buying trainers? Why are you buying more trainers? We're not made of money and stuff like that, but I still do it. I still buy trainers, and the collection that I have is just unbelievable. But I'll probably never ever wear them. I suppose the reason why I'm making this video is just to make people aware, that addiction is real. I believe that I was born an addict, and it was only a matter of time before I picked drugs up, and it took me to a place where I wouldn't wish on any person, to be fair. I started taking drugs at about 15, 16. By the time I was 18, 19, I was slowly deteriorating and absolutely hooked on cocaine, tablets, weed, and it took me to a fucking very dark place, like an extremely, extremely dark place, and the usual prison, wanting to kill myself, didn't want to be all that stuff, on the verge of losing everything. Well, I'd lost most of the shit. The only thing I was managed to keep out of is me family, me missus. God bless her. How she stuck by me is beyond me. The things I've done and put her through, do you know what I mean? So I really, truly am blessed for that. But I have plenty of people messaging me about addiction, and they're struggling with this and struggling with that. It's Nyquist Anonymous. It's the only thing. It's the only thing that ever worked in my life. You got to remember, I was going to Nyquist Anonymous for nearly 10 years, and in and out, in and out, in and out. Never not working it properly, thinking I was better than, judging the life out of people. Heroin addicts, all that stuff. There's no difference. There's no, whatever your poison is, it's going to take you to a dark place either way. But I'm just making this video just to let people know that Nyquist Anonymous has worked miracles for me. It's one of the best things I've ever done in my life, to go there, work a program, work a 12-step program, get a sponsor, and meet these people who are so down to earth and so open-minded. These people are from all walks of life, like different types of people, all different types of religions, different types of beliefs, but we all had one thing in common, and that was this disease of addiction was fucking killing us, But it's, I swear by it, to be fair. With Nyquist Anonymous, what it done was it helped me live day by day, 24 hours. One day off drugs was a miracle in itself. I remember first walking in them rooms and listening to someone talk, and at first I was like, what the fuck am I doing here? Shouldn't be here. Better than these. This is what it's come to. No, it was a very sad time. At the time, I thought it was a very sad time. Little did I know it was one of the best things that I'd ever done, ever walked into. And this person was talking about not wanting to be here no more. Death, was the only way out. And it hit home to me, you know what I mean? Because not normal people don't think about dying or don't want to be here no more. It's not when you've got beautiful kids and a beautiful wife and, a lovely family around you who love you and care for you, you know what I mean? It's not a right way of thinking, do you know what I mean? So I knew I was in the right place. When I sat there and listened to this person talk about not wanting to be here no more and wanting to die, I thought, fucking hell, I thought it was only me. But the shit's real, you know what I mean? That's how real this disease is. You're right, like, there was loads of little sayings that I was hearing in there that were hitting home and making me want to come back. Your head once you're dead, the way you think, You know, you're not your thinking, and you know all this stuff like all this lingo that I was learning in there was making me want to come back, and so I did. You know, and I met all different types of people who were hooked on all different types of drugs, but it didn't fucking matter because at the end of the day, they'd all been where I'd been and done what I'd done, and we're thinking exactly the same way of thinking of as me. Do you know what I mean? It's like it was it set me free from active drug taking. That's what it's done. It hasn't recovered me, hasn't miraculously healed me from being an addict. What it has done is it's helped me stop taking drugs, you know, and that's what Nyquist Anonymous could do. That's what I went for. No, just to stop taking drugs. That's what I went for. But now it's different. The addiction side of me now, the obsessive, the compulsive disorder to change the way I feel is still rife every fucking morning. The moment I open my eyes, whether it be money, whether it be, you know, gym, trainers, food, all this stuff is what takes me to the cleaners now because I overeat or I overbuy or I obsess around money or all that stuff that I do. It's still enough to take me to a place where I don't want to be. Do you know what I mean? Where I become unmanageable around it. You know, my life becomes all about that fix, that next pair of trainers, that next fucking chocolate biscuit. You know, it sounds so stupid now but I know it sounds stupid because I remember listening to other people talk about, I can't stop eating food, or I can't do this, can't do that, and I think, fuck it, I'm sat here trying to get off fucking drugs, mate. Talking about food, talking about can't stop buying stuff, like, fucking hell, what's going on here? But that's the logic in it. That's what I'm trying to explain now, that it's like I have to keep working at it every single day. Otherwise, eventually, I will pick up a drug. I will end up using again. You know, and the way I took drugs and the way I used, you know, fuck me, I should be dead. Without a shadow of a doubt, I should be dead. You know, in these Nyquist Anonymous rooms, you hear the word God. It was a bit of a put off for me, to be fair, when I first went. But when I would listen to these people talk about God, it was a God of your understanding. It wasn't Allah or Jesus or anything like that. You know what I mean? We're not saying I've got any problems with any religion, Allah or anything like that. That's, you know, it's what each to their own, whatever works for them. But I understood it because I just thought, you know what? The rooms become my higher power. The rooms become a place of safety. I knew there was something happening in them rooms when these bunch of people were sat together. I knew there was something better than me happening in them rooms, something stronger, something powerful. There was a presence in that room that fucking saved me. Do you know what I mean? That I like it felt surreal, spiritual. That's what it felt, you know. So I mean, look, there's people out there now still struggling who don't have a clue about Nyquist Anonymous because it's not promoted or posted anywhere. It's attraction. You know, the only way you hear about Nyquist Anonymous is by a friend, family member, an actual NA member, you know, who openly talks about it and speaks about it and stands attractive, is actually there for you to see it, you know, to see it working. And that's how you hear about it, and that's how I heard about it, you know. And it's like, I just want to make this video just to make it people aware that, you know, there is a solution out there. There is a solution to this disease, to this addiction that we suffer from. Do you know what I mean? And it's life saving. You know, if I could, I would teach my kids at the moment they could walk and talk and read. I'm telling you, because it's that important. It saves lives, and it's. You know, I remember hearing a person saying to me, "Listen, if a doctor says to you, you're going to die of cancer, but if you come to 3 meetings a week for 1 hour, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you'll survive and you'll live a long, happy life. You're going to fucking go, aren't you? Do you know what I mean? It's simple as that. Well, there's no difference from this disease. I see people in active addiction all around my area in South Bank, and I see them slowly deteriorating, and this disease is going to kill them. You know, the possibilities of dying are very fucking high. For example, overdosing, you know, liver failure, heart failure, fucking lung failure, all this stuff, what active addiction can do and kill. You know, it's fucking sad. It's sad to see, do you know what I mean? And I suppose, like, I've had do you know what it is? See, today I've had a bit of a rough day. I woke up this morning and I'd had a bit of negative shit in my life, and some stuff was getting flung at me through social media and stuff after this documentary that's just been made. It hit me hard. And as an addict, overthink things, I obsess about things, and, you know, I don't really think about using. Don't really think about, you know, I just overthink things, and it doesn't sit well with me. It really doesn't, because it just doesn't, you know what I mean? It makes me think stupid things. But I'd had a real bad morning, to the point where I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to handle it. I didn't know how to react, you know what I mean? Because, I mean, the old Paul was violent, unpredictable, all that shit. How I was, that false fucking shit that I used to live by, was just, I could feel it coming up and wanting to resurface a little bit, do you know what I mean? And I just went, swallowed it, buried it. I never buried it, I handed it over, you know, and I got on with my day. I just moved on. You know, I've got no time for negativity and bullshit. And, you know, if someone wants to say something bad about me, or about my past, or about the way I've bothered them before, and, you know, they're well within the rights, there's nothing I can do to stop that. If I've ever harmed or wronged anyone before in the past, then they're well within the rights not to forgive me and call me, slate me, and hate me, you know, they're well within the rights. But at the end of the day, there's nothing I can do about that, you know. So I just thought I'd make this little video while I'm sat here thinking about addiction and recovery and what I can do to help, you know. Look, there was another thing that someone said this morning, a bit of a negative thing, that I'm looking to profit from making YouTube videos and making this and making that. Maybe I am, you know what I mean? Why not? Why wouldn't I want to, do you know what I mean? But I tell my story and I openly talk about addiction and about how I was, not to fucking make money from. Not to, like, if I'm taking someone to a Nyquist Anonymous, or I'm telling someone about NA, it's not to make money from. It's to keep what I have. If I can say, I'm an addict, this is how I got clean, go do it. It helps me remember where I've come from. If I'm helping a person who's active in their drug taking and like an active addiction, and I can tell them what they've got to do and what I've done and how it helped me, then that helps me remember where I come from. This is free, this Nyquist Anonymous stuff. It's not, you don't pay for it, mate. It's for free, man. Take it, go and do it. But, you know, I got slated this morning saying, making money off documentaries, making money off movies, and fucking, it was just bullshit, because I've not made a penny. I've not been paid for nothing. I'm playing Lee Duffy in a fucking film, which is going to be out at the end of next year. If I make some money from it, fine. If I don't, I don't. All I'm looking to do is open another door for me to become an actor. You never know. You never know. But this Lee Duffy thing that I'm going to be doing is massive for us South Bank people. Absolutely massive for us Middlesbrough people. You know, Lee Duffy was a living legend. Mixed emotions of how people feel about him, but each to their own, innit? Everyone's entitled to the opinions. It is what it is. But yeah, I'll leave it there, guys. Thank you very much. Take care. God bless.